What's up everybody, Truman here, and we're back on port, this time in the winter. Kind of fitting, based off the current weather that we're all experiencing on the East Coast. When I saw this map I thought, oh boy, just a lot of tight and narrow city streets, where I can get outflanked and have nowhere to retreat to reload this gun. And trust me, it takes a long time, around 25 seconds, to reload this gun. For those that don't know, they don't play, that's around artillery reload time. Usually I wait to see how the teams develop here, but I didn't. I decided to go the same way that we did in the T14 port video, which was stick along this building and go down this road. And I'm glad I didn't go to the western flank, because I probably would have had, just from that artillery shot, probably would have had most of my health knocked off, most of my crew wounded, and God knows what else damaged. As I said, it's the same way we did with the T14 video, and we all know how that turned out. But there's a twist compared to that one. God, I wish this tank was faster than it is, but can't really help that. It's KV1, this giant turret. Oh, and there we have a tank destroyer, which, based off speed, I would say is the Hellcat. And it's the Hellcat. And I've been in that driver's position where you turn the corner and boom, all your health disappears. Do feel sorry for that man, though. Took 340 of his health, knocked out his tracks. Do feel sorry for him. Now, we back up and we hide and we wait and reload for 30 seconds. And keep moving, because I guarantee you artillery is looking over here. It's odd because usually there's a ton of resistance on this side. But as you can see from the map, all of the resistance is over there. They had 2 tank destroyers, 2 mediums, a light. So that western flank becomes the big combat point for this game. You know, we have the 1 tank destroyer over here that was just to pull everybody away so the mediums, so the lights could go through and either cap or destroy artillery. But we're going to try our best to protect the artillery, because that's kind of an advantage to have them. But getting back over here is where the speed of this thing, or the lack thereof, hits. And we know where they are, because they're capping. It just ends up a very big giant flag. Oh, here they are. And now they're not capping, which means they've noticed where the artillery is. And I don't want them to destroy my artillery. That's my artillery. If anybody's going to kill them, it's going to be me. Just a joke for all you artillery players. But, spoiler alert, he may get one of them, or both of them, but he pays dearly. And we can see now he's found them and he's just toying with them now. We've lost one. Now he starts going after the little French tank. And props to this artillery player. He doesn't do like most arty players have that I've seen. He doesn't start to run away and then go try to find a way to drown himself or kill himself. He actually stands and fights, and he gets 2 big hits on this ELC. I'm surprised he didn't kill him. Almost thought I wasted my time coming over here. But little ELC, you must pay for your sins. Funny thing is, too, I think that shell is thicker. The 152 shell is thicker than the ELC's armor combined on both sides is. So that was a guarantee. But let's keep moving and keep reversing, going in random directions, just in case Artie gets interested in a KV2, because it's a big threat. Now I'm going to decide I was going to go over here to the western flank where all the big fighting was. Takes a little bit to get there, but I see that we got them down to just 4 tank destroyers, a heavy tank, and their artillery. The artillery I'm not worried about, because from what I can tell he hasn't done much, but he's still, as I said, artillery is always a threat. But while we have a minute, the gun, the KV2, if it's the upgraded 152mm gun, you have two choices of ammunition, or probably three choices. You have two kinds of armor piercing, which one standard armor piercing, one premium. Avoid both of them, because if they don't pin, they have low penetration. If they don't pin, they do nothing. Stick with the HE. Not a huge amount of penetration, but if it does pin, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of like 600 or 700 damage. And even if it doesn't pin, you still have the splash factor of HE. But now that we're over here, this Churchill 7 realizes he has support. So he starts going to break through that line or stalemate that's happened here. And I thought, oh, I'll fire around, maybe splash him. Nope. Wouldn't be one of my games if they missed. But this reload is slow, but this gun is devastating. And there goes the T-34-85. Now is where I thought, okay, well, this is it, we're boned, because there's 3 tank destroyers and we're 2 heavy tanks. All they have to do is get around us and pump shots into the rear of both of us, and they can outcircle us and do that and just pummel us to death. The enemy team didn't do that. Spoiler, their tank destroyers decided to go face-to-face, gun-to-gun with a Churchill 7 and a KV2. Those of you that play this game can probably already tell how that's going to go. But for those of you that don't, watch what happens.
Ready to fire. Gotcha.
So there goes that one. There's that SU-100. He thinks, okay, I'll go around this way. I'll get the Churchill 7, then I'll get him. Or I'll go back around the flank. Nope, here I come. So he goes between the buildings. While this little dance is happening, the consumables on this tank. Repair kit, get your gun, or your tracks back up, or your engine, contribute your engine go. First aid kit, get your loader, your gunner back up, because injured loader and injured gunner on this tank is not fun. And Lend-Lease oil, get a little bit more precision, get a little bit more use out of this engine. And put a shot, and it's all to hit the cheek, is what I would call it, of the SU-100. It went right through. Didn't go through, the splash did him in. Oh, and the flat panzer. I was worried about hitting the Churchill, but boom, right through the side. And apparently I didn't set myself too busy.
Victory is ours.
Quit victory. Now let's see what we got out of this. 8,700 credits. 3,000 XP on a 2-time or 3-time multiplier. We got 4 tanks knocked out, 5 critical hits, 5 tanks damaged, 1 track target hit. That was that poor Hellcat. And I was really surprised this game didn't go poorly at the end.